Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Monday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. Today is the 20th of October in the year 2025, and it is another time where we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers. And today you're with me, Tandi Wenzumara, and of course I'm not alone. I'm here with my colleague,
Judith Ogan.
Good morning, Judith. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
How was the weekend?
The weekend was weekending.
Oh, is it? Okay. So I see you had enough time to rest, huh?
Yeah, I did. I had enough time to rest.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, we're back at it. It's Monday.
Yeah.
I know when it's Sunday, it's like time is rushing to get to Monday. And then all of a sudden, we're already experiencing Monday blues so early in the morning.
Yeah.
So as usual, we are going to be taking you through the two newspapers. That's the Daily Times and The Nation. You want to start?
Oh yeah, I should start with the nations. On no more school fees, 8 p.m. Mutharika says frees secondary school to start January 2026. Yeah, you know, he actually said this in one of his whistle stop in the north, where he was like, he's going to implement the free primary to secondary school. Yeah, and it's a good thing if you see it in a way. It's a good thing that people do not need to stress out paying fees and the rest. So yeah, so what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, like you rightly said, he did make this as one of his campaign promises. And I remember that already when he was sworn in, people were already actually asking to say, oh, when is the free primary and secondary school education starting? And then I remember other people had to say, you guys need to chill. This government has just been sworn in, and it's not just going to start right there and right then.
Yes,
and,
that's true.
Yes, like as he said yesterday, he said it starts January.
Yeah.
Of course, I do know that there are people who have already been, especially education experts, who have already been skeptical about the free primary secondary education, because the true sense of it is that there needs to be proper more like change, because you're talking about shifting from people having to pay money,
and not to pay money,
because you have to look at the fact that that money is used to help in purchasing certain resources for the schools. So I hope, and like most Malawians, that the coming in of free education means that government has a plan on how schools are going to be able to get other resources that they need, that they use that money for.
Yes, I wanted to go into that as well. Yeah, because it's a big thing, just like going into the whole free education and with no planning. You get
it's not going to work out, but we see how it goes. I mean, he still has time. This is October into January, and he literally said 1st of January. So we'll see how it goes, and I know that most people are hopeful for it. One thing that I like that he also emphasized on, he said, however, he does not want to see students ditching school.
Yes, not going to school. Not just students, but children.
Children not
going to school.
Because now, what is, at least my understanding of it, is that now parents have no excuse to say, oh no, I cannot send my school because I don't have money to pay fees. You know, at least now, my understanding also is that it helps to lift off a bit of weight off of the parents. You know, with school fees out of the way, it means they have to also focus on other things that the child might need for the education.
School.
That STEM story is also appearing on the front page, but I would take another one that's also on the front page of the Daily Times. A headline here reads, expedite labor exports, that is NONIM. Part of the story reads, the National Organization of Nurses and Midwives of Malawi, NONIM, has urged the government to fast-track labor export deals as a stopgap solution to the unemployment challenge among nursing and midwifery graduates. So NONIM, the National Organization of Nurses and Midwives in Malawi, has been pushing for government to export nurses and midwifery graduates to other countries. You know how sometimes it actually works? I've seen it working in other countries. Whereby,
it does.
Yes, for example, if Zambia has graduates who did nursing and midwifery, but they're not employed, they get a chance to be employed in other African countries or even outside of Africa. And I think for me, this would be good.
It will be really good. It will help the nurses as well. It
really will. But you know what surprises me is You go into our government hospitals.
Yeah.
You find that there is lack of human resource.
Yes.
It's like there are many nurses, not many midwives.
Yeah.
And yet somehow there's a huge number of nurses and midwives who have graduated, and some of them have been unemployed for years, and they're looking for employment, and yet we say that in our hospitals, both government and private, we don't have enough
space,
staff.
enough staff and enough space for employing these people. Yeah.
So I think for me, the fair thing would be, if you can't employ them within the country, at least give them a chance to be employed elsewhere. Because also it's not something that if I graduate, it's not something that I can do on my own to say, okay, I apply for something out there. It also needs the involvement of government.
Yes.
To say, okay, we're making a deal, for example, with this country, and that we're going to be exporting, and in their case, they're importing nurses and midwives. We hope that that is going to be fruitful. Yes. Still on local stories.
Yeah.
I'll take one more. A headline here reads, Government assures on maize availability. That's on the second page of the Daily Times. The part of the story reads, the government has announced that it will begin selling maize at 46,000 Malawi kwacha per 50 kilogram bag. Minister of State Alfred Gangata made the announcement in Times Talk, a Times radio program, saying this on Thursday when he indicated that the government was in process of procuring 200,000 metric tons of maize from neighboring Zambia to supplement local supplies. 46,000 kwacha. That's quite a fair price.
Yeah, it is. This has been going through the internet, and the price of maize coming down. There was a certain time they said the maize are already down, like the prices are already down, but we weren't that sure. But now he has come out to say the price is going to come down. So it's a good thing.
It is. And also, I think for me, one thing that matters the most is that because there's a difference between the maize prices getting down and then the maize not being there.
Yeah.
There's no point in saying the prices are down, but then the maize itself is not available on the market.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to say. The maize availability is certain, and then the prices are also down. I think it's a win-win on both
sides.
Both ends.
Yeah. So, I should take another one from the third page of The Nation. The festival of yesterday.
The what?
The festival of yesterday, Mohako. Yeah, Malumi Festival, clocked 17 years. Yeah. When I went through the internet, I noticed that the festival brought, I would say, different kind of people, like from different regions. And it was a good thing. There were different cultures, different dances. I had to follow it. I don't know, but I was interested in it because it's rare you seeing different cultures coming together as
and
one.
And also coming together at a festival that involves a certain culture.
Yes,
I get what you mean.
Yes.
And for me, I think I like that because mostly in Malawi, we have an issue of tribalism.
Yeah.
Okay, whether we choose to accept it or not, we do have tribalism issues in Malawi.
Yeah, but it's not just only in Malawi.
But right now, since we're talking about Malawi, we do have an issue to do with tribalism, whereby we see an issue to do with, it also goes to nepotism when it comes to the ruling government. You just know that, okay, if the ruling government is this party, then you know that perhaps maybe it's going to favor this side. If it's this party, it's going to favor this side. But I liked that too, to see that the festival yesterday was not just about the Lome culture. It also involved other cultures. I think, first and foremost, I've always said this, and I believe in this, to say first and foremost, we are Malawians before we are anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we are human beings before we are anything else. And I think if we have that mindset at the back of our mind at all times to say first things first, I'm a human being, first things first, I'm a Malawian before I'm my tribe, I think things would work out so well. I think we won't have an issue to do with nepotism. We will have to be equal distribution of everything else.
Yeah.
So I really liked that too.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm moving on to business. I'll take one here, and the headline reads, Malawi owes IMF $400 million US. Part of the story reads, Malawi owes the International Monetary Fund, IMF, approximately 296 million special drawing rights, equivalent to around $400 million US, statistics issued last week show. The amount represents 2.69% of the country's gross domestic product. Malawi ranks 49th among 86 countries globally, which collectively owe the IMF about 162 billion US dollars. 400 million US dollars is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
For a country like Malawi to owe the IMF.
Yes.
It makes you wonder, where did that money go? What did we use that money for?
Yeah, what was that money used for?
And I've seen that the government, the current government, the DPP, is trying to be in talks with the IMF. And issues to do with the extended credit facility. We see how that goes. I know that with the previous government, there was a bit of drama there.
Yeah.
We see how this one goes, whether it's going to work. But I know that at the back of the mind of the leaders or the authorities that are trying to work through this is the Malawians themselves.
Yeah.
And I hope that when it actually pulls through, it also benefits the Malawians themselves.
Yeah. So before I go to business, I should take one international from the nation. Sudan rebel group releases child soldiers. South Sudan's efforts to end the recruitment of child soldiers has paid off after the UN mission in that country announced that the South Sudan People's Defense Force has released some child soldiers.
Well, that's good. Okay, I've always said this, that as Malawi as a country, we are very lucky when it comes to issues to do with peace and war. Because it's not fair. Of course, in Malawi, we do have issues to do with child labor, but it never really has anything to do with war. Imagine handing a child a gun.
Eesh.
Do you know how traumatic that is? Do you, instead of that child going to school, you hand them the gun to say, go and kill. At a very young age. What are you teaching that child? Because you also have to look at the fact that whatever it is that impacts a child impacts a whole generation.
Yes,
a whole generation.
That's the fact.
They grow up with a mindset to say, war is the way of life. Violence is the way of life.
Without violence, there's nothing.
There is nothing. You can't get anything done without
violence.
So I think releasing of child soldiers, I think it's a good step.
Yeah.
I hope that those children do get the necessary help that they need, especially the psychological part.
Yes, because they really need it.
They've been exposed to a lot of things.
Yes. So going to the business, digital banks on the cards. BAM describes approach as transformative to promote fintech innovation. That's fintech, to say fintech innovation.
Yes.
So, we have digital banks, don't we?
We sort of do.
Yeah, we sort of do. Okay. Yeah, we do have digital. We have mobile banking. Yeah, where we use their apps and
626 for National Bank.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's another next level if they're really going into it, because most times we have the server problem with the banks, and I think they are trying to get this whole thing so it will go smoothly. The internet and everything. So it's really, really a good thing. What's your intake on it?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Moving on to arts and culture, if you don't have any more business stories.
No, I don't.
Okay. I will take one here. A headline here reads 12 through to Miss Malawi Grand Finale. Part of the story reads 12 finalists have made it to the Miss Malawi Grand Finale. This year's Miss Malawi will be crowned in December. The 12 were among the top 30 that participated in preliminaries held at Amaryllis Hotel in Luntha City. I partly followed. I saw clips on social media of when they were announcing the top 12.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I mean, it's been a minute since we did Miss Malawi in Malawi.
Yeah.
Participating in the whole pageant beauty thingy. Of course, I do remember, if I do remember very well, it was mostly impacted because of COVID-19. And then it coming back this year, I think we have quite competitive contestants, in my opinion. I have followed some of them, what they do outside of this, and I think it's great to see that now Malawi, we are also coming to the realization that it's not just about beauty.
Yeah, it's about.
I understand. Yes, it's about the outlook of the person, but what is also in their brain?
Yes.
What is it that they do? What do they plan to do?
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the price that they're going to get.
Yes.
At the end of it all, what impact do they wish to
To give to the
and
people,
this
yeah.
time around, I've also seen that most of them, or at least some of them, already are impacting children, young girls, and I think it's really great to see. And I hope for the best as we move forward.
Yeah. Okay, I should take one on the nation. At the shine at Lake of Stars. You know, I've been seeing this Lake of Stars, but I really don't know what it is all about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw pictures, videos online. So when they say at the shine at Lake of Stars, what do they really? What are they
festival.
trying? Yeah,
It's a festival. Okay, so I would say it's like a festival, but then it happens at the lake.
okay.
You know, that's why it's called Lake of Stars.
Yeah.
It's a festival that normally happens each year. Of course, there were a few years back that it didn't happen because of the COVID-19, but this year it came back. Personally, I did not know that there was Lake of Stars happening this weekend until I saw photos
Of it,
of
yeah.
it. I was like, oh, because normally in the past there was so much noise that was being made about it before it even happens, and then even during and within. And based on people's comments, people who went there and some who were not there, it seems most people were not necessarily impressed.
Yeah. Most people were not even into it, I would say, yeah.
But well, I hope the people that went there got their money's worth, because honestly, I don't know. Personally, I think better preparation would have been best.
Yes.
It came to a point that people were comparing it to the previous ones.
Oh.
Because, okay, normally, Lake of Stars was in the past led mostly by the late Lucius Banda.
Okay.
And people think that with him being led, and then now it's like the ones who are organizing now are not necessarily stepping up into the shoes.
Oh, they're not putting more effort.
They're not putting more effort
yeah.
than they were heated.
Yeah.
And I hope that they can do better, because this is something that most people look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, some people do stay the whole year serving up for this festival.
Yeah.
So if it actually ends up like this, it's not going to be really good. Back page.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the back page of the nations. APM Pat Silver on the back. I know you didn't follow, but I did follow.
Oh, come on. Do you have to bring it here, though? It's fine. That was something I said to you in private. Do you have to bring it in the public? Okay.
So, yeah, I did follow it. At first, I thought it was going to end like a 0-0, a draw. But after Malawi gave the one,
you're like, oh, okay.
yeah, it was surprising. Yeah, Malawi. So, I'm actually wishing that they should go further to the finals. So yeah, it was a great time watching the
Silver Strikers beat the, what do they call
the
them?
the Tanzania team.
Premier Soccer League, Young Africans, Younger Sports Club.
Younger FC.
It was really great. I mean, I know some people, okay, and I'm saying this based on the comments that I saw.
Yeah.
Before the game, I remember the Minister of State, Alfred Gangata, had released a statement calling on people to go in large numbers to attend and support the Malawi team. And I remember some comments, people were like, no, even if we go, Silver Striker is not going to perform well.
Yeah, that's the intention most people took there. But after the match.
And who knows, maybe some people even went there just to go and sing songs that were going to paint the Silver Strikers, just to say, oh no, we came here and then this is how you perform and all that. But it's good to see that they performed really well. Congratulations.
They proved the enemies wrong, actually.
Definitely, because, okay. Anyway, so Tabitha inspires Lion. France-based striker Tabitha Jawinga was on target as Olympic Lyonnais Feminine defeated Nantes 6-1 in the D1 Arkema League on Saturday. It was Tabitha's second goal of the season. So Tabitha Jawinga is a Malawian female soccer star who is putting us on the map, who has been putting us on the map out there internationally, together with his sister, of course, Selma Jawinga. But I have to say, we're proud. We're really proud. It's more like we are exporting soccer stars.
Yeah.
Them being female soccer stars, it's really great to see. I think that also brings us to the end of what we had for you in this edition of Monday's press review right here on Luntha TV today, the 20th of October 2025. Now, we were not able to take you through all of the stories that are appearing in the newspapers, so if you want to know more details to the stories that we read and some of which we could not, get yourself the papers with the Daily Times going at the price of 3,000 Malay Kwaja, and the Nation with at the price of also 3,000 Malay Kwaja.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I remember last time I was here, that was going at 2,500.
500, yeah.
I don't know which was it that was going at 2,500, but yes. So, and also of course continue following the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. Just a reminder that we are on social media. We are on Facebook at Luntha Television and on YouTube at Luntha TV Official. So do make sure to follow us and like our pages. You've been with me, Tandy Zamara, and my colleague
Judith Organ.
and of course special thanks to Gideon Gideon Katala, who is on the FCC Final Control Center, making sure that we sound and look the way that we do.
Yeah.
Continue following the rest of our programs. Goodbye for now.